Well, hey there, friend. Sip your grits and butter your biscuit, 'cause it's time for Nashville. Look who came to join the video of his own free will today. Hello friends, welcome back to the Nashville Shopping List, the series where we go through all the new additions to the cross-stitch world coming out in Nashville at the Nashville Needlework Market. Walter, did you appear to do a public apology for biting my face in our Valentine edition? No comment. Well, today we are possibly, dare I hope, we are wrapping things up. I don't know. I'm afraid to hope. There's been a lot of activity since my last video, so we do have a lot to cover. This will be a mega edition. However, those emails, they're drying up. I'm not getting much news of new additions, which is not a surprise. As I record this, there are only 9 days until we leave for Nashville, so 10 days until the market actually begins. Hopefully we've gotten most of your favorites up on the website for your perusal, but thank you so much of your support for the shopping list series. It's always a lot of work to make, but it's a lot of fun. There's always a lot of awesome activity in the comments. If you would, please consider subscribing to Lindy Stitches. Maybe give this video a like. I would really appreciate it. You guys have been great. Now, even though we might not have too many products to add to the Nashville collection on the website, the Nashville shopping fun is not over. It's far from. I'm planning on making a Steph's Favorites video. We will also have hopefully a nice wrap up. You guys have been asking for Jason, so I will force him to make an appearance. We can also do a nice wrap up where we talk about our bestsellers across the board, maybe our bestsellers by designer. That's always fun to see too. The stats are always interesting to me. Numbers are fun. Also, don't forget there are surprises to come that we will only find out once we are in Nashville, including the 2025 Prairie Schooler Santa. I'm going to talk about that later in this video, but make sure you stay tuned to the Lindy Stitches Instagram channel account. I did a few lives last year dropping some new surprises, like things like Blackbird Designs and other things that aren't released before the market. So you can catch me on there. Now, I would give you a helpful deadline update in this video, but I think it's just safe to assume all the deadlines are coming rapid fire. My list is just like bing, bang, boom. Everything is due. On Wednesday, the 26th, we have Plum Street Samplers. On the 27th, Thursday, we have Artsy Housewife, Kathy Barrett, Carriage House Samplings, Ink Circles, Tiny Modernist. On the 28th, we have Little Robin, Satsuma Street, Rosewood Manor. On the 1st, Saturday, we have some big ones, Hands On Design, Summer House Stitchworks, Stacy Nash. So this is the week to get your pre-order in. Things are going to start selling out. Things have already started selling out for things that I didn't put the number high enough. Y'all took them all. And I wasn't able to increase the number for whatever reason. It's a complicated process here on the back end, but if you for sure want something, you don't want that sold out button to pop up, probably get your pre-order wrapped up within the next couple days. Let's talk all things Ardith Design and Amanda May. Now, if you go into Amanda May's room at Nashville, it looks like a rainbow exploded. She loves her bright, wonderful colors. I think in a past life, she was like that quintessential, colorful, happy elementary school art teacher that we all loved. I hope you had one of those. I definitely did, and Amanda May reminds me of the same vibe. I love her designs. They're a lot of fun. She had something like 19 in her email. We had to narrow it down, so I hope we picked some of your favorites. This one is called Blue Jay and Persimmon. It's number 6 in her Chesapeake Bay series. I love the use of variegated flosses here. Because, I don't know, don't you agree that sometimes really variegated flosses can look chaotic and it takes away from the design? But I think this is very well done. And when's the last time you saw a good persimmon pattern? It's been far too long, right? I'm going to save my favorite for last. This next one is Winter Goldfinch. I love the use of purple in this design. It's also stitched on a fabric flare fabric that has these snow droplets printed on it, so that's cool. That would be a fun project. Doesn't look very big. And here's what I mean by color. This one is called Tropical Dolphins. I love it. There's so much color packed in, and this does not look like it's a very big stitch. But how happy is this? This is just so bright and summery and cheerful. Exactly what I need on this frigid February day. Then I could not list this. This is called Cute Animals Trio. There is nothing I don't like about this design. This is just like the picture of happiness. That poodle with the rainbow hat, that bowed pug. This is so cute. I don't care who you are. I mean, I would put this in my bedroom. It's so happy and cheerful. I love it. We have another addition to the Night Garden pattern collection. This one is called Blue Moon, and it is from Carriage House Samplings. I know there's quite a few Carriage House Samplings fans out there. I love that this dark blue is like the majority of the pattern. And then it's called Blue Moon. Now for the Satsuma Street section, I have some probably sad news. Now as I'm recording this, there are some kits left, but we were only able to order 6 each of her new Christmas ornament kits. I think this is the newest edition called Christmas Fawn. Like I said, as I'm recording this, there's probably a few left, but then there probably will be sold out, and that's just how it is. We can only get so much, and maybe we'll be able to pick up some scraps at Nashville. We will see. But there is a pattern that you might be interested that should not sell out from Satsuma Street. It is called Groovy Chicks. Okay. Yes, ladies. So, if you are familiar with Satsuma Street, last year we got a pattern called Funky Chickens, and boy did you all love snatching up that pattern. This is the same concept, done with even a little more 70s flair. Jody loves her 70s flair, and she does it so well. These are your Groovy Chicks. I love their eyelashes. I mean, how could you pick which color palette you would want to do? These are so fun. Full finishing instructions. I've heard they're pretty easy to put together once you stitch them. I think it's just a matter of like folding it over on itself and then sewing up a couple seams. These look so fun. Next, a much anticipated designer that many of you have been waiting for. When is Paulette going to show up, you ask me in my Instagram DMs. Well, here she is, and she's here to give you heart palpitations. I'm going to save my favorite for last. Can you guess which one it is? I bet you can't. This is called Tomato Hill. Look at this stitch. It's so small. How is it so cute and elegant? And how do you make a cat with that few stitches? This is adorable. Tomato Hill. And then we also have Tomato Sampler. So plenty of tomatoes to go around for everyone. Look how dainty this one is. It's so dainty. And she's got her garden hose. And she's watering her tomato plant. Oh my gosh. How does Paulette put that much personality in this tiny, teeny bird? I mean, that bird, though it be like 10 stitches, it's giving me the side eye. This next one would be a very lovely stitch for a friend. This one is called Friendship Garden, and it says, If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk in my garden forever. So sweet. This next one is called Rejoice. Oh, look at that bird! Sorry, I got too excited. This bird, I have never seen a bird charted with that shape. It's fantastic. Let's see how big this one is. 118 by 108. So not huge. You know, Paulette can really knock some people out with some green lawns. So this one is on the smaller side. This next one is called Gathered Hearts. Oh, I love the vintagey Valentine-y vibe of this one. It says, I have gathered your heart to mine. This lovely little town on the bottom. Adorable. We have another addition into the stacks and trio patterns from Plum Street Samplers. There are many of these patterns in this series. This one is called Stench Stack. And that is hard to say. So go ahead and get a try. Stench Stack is a stack of 3 stenchy skunks. I love this little bee. Man, Paulette, I mean, she just gets better and better at these tiny, teeny details. I mean, this little stitch down the front of the skunk's face. So good. And I love that it's pink. And then, Steph's Choice Award. Let's go ahead and add it to Steph's wish list. Market picks. Done. Goes to Meanie Weenies. That's right. We got 2 Meanie Weenies here, and they're the cutest little meanies you ever did see. Looks like they're selfish, they're grumpy, and they're hardcore. The little doghouse says, keep out. And apparently this dog is claiming the hydrant as mine. They're not interested in sharing. They're not hospitable. They're mean. You probably should stay away. Paulette says, about a year ago, I acquired 2 little meanie weenies named Hans and Schnitzel, boisterous brothers. This latest in the series was inspired by them. 144 by 67. Like, I don't have a wiener dog in my life, but I would stitch this just because it's funny. Next up, let's take a look at what Little Robin Designs is bringing to market. We'll start with this one. It's called The Robin Song. It says, Little Robin in your nest with your sweet song, nature's blessed. I just like this one. It's really sweet. It's monochromatic, but it has kind of a different look for a monochromatic piece. I really like it. It's stitched on a linen called Spring Seas from Barefoot Needle Art. I really love the linen too. It's got pink and blue. Just very sweet design. We also have Ruth Grace Skur, 1832. Let's get a close-up of this one. Very springtime, very pink. This looks like something a few floss tubers I know would stitch. Just because it's sweet and dainty and very feminine. This one is kind of the opposite. It's called My Dear Father, and this just says like Louisiana to me. I don't know if it's the lakeside house or what, or the trees, but this is a very interesting scene. 1845. No background info, but I really like this piece. It has a different vibe. This looks like a huge sampler. Wow. Jane, not sure how to say this French last name, 1819. Let's see how big this papa is. 276 by 366. Wow. Let's get a close-up. Interesting use of color. That yellow really pops. Wow, look at these birds and their branches on the top. I like those trees. And that border is something to behold. Also have the Fanciful Sampler. I love the color palette on this one. Look, you could do a motif a day and be done with it in a month. Very cute. And then lastly, we have Springtime Snippets. Some of you really loved the Halloween-inspired version of this trio. Love that in the fall time. Here is a springtime version. I love these sheep in a row down here. I also love the teal and the grass green together. Very pretty. Let's do our Nash Dash Cash giveaway. This is where we give away a Lindy Stitches gift card to a lucky winner. In the last video, I asked you whether you were planning on attending our Startathon. This is a virtual event we're having at the end of March, hosted by Lindy Stitches. You can join if you have a computer, laptop, or a nice tablet where you can use your computer and microphone. We're going to have virtual stitching tables. We're going to have some designer pop-ins where you can talk with some of your favorite designers. Cookbook reviews. It's just going to be a fun little Friday night and Saturday event. I would love to see you there. Well, congratulations to our lucky winner, Kara Peterson, too, because she will be there. She says, I'm planning on going, and I hope to start it as well. Though there might be something in the cookbook that grabs me. Congratulations, Kara. You can email me, steph@lindystitches.com, and I will get you your gift card. For this video, we're going to go double or nothing. We're giving away $50 to Lindy Stitches this time. Leave me a comment down below telling me just how many items are your must-haves from Market. How many items? I was trying to narrow it down to Steph's top 10, and I was finding the chore a little difficult. The next video might be Steph's top 20. Is really hard, but how many items were must-haves for you? Use the term must-have down below and you will be entered for our big Mondo giveaway of a $50 budget donation. A few days ago, at your bidding, I went ahead and called Hoffman Distributing and I begged them for inside information. And I am happy to confirm that there will be a 2025 Prairie Schooler Santa released at Market. The reason why I had to call Hoffman Distributing is they are the ones who bring him to Market. Now, I don't have a picture. This is a very strange process with Hoffman. We literally have to go get a piece of paper outside of their door. And they ask us, how many Santas do you want? And we tell them, we write it on the piece of paper. We slide the piece of paper under their closed door. And then later on, we come and collect the goods. And that's when we see Santa's sweet face. It's a very strange ordering process. So I don't have a picture of Santa. He is most likely the same exact size Prairie Schooler Santas have been for the last few decades. But here he is. You can go ahead and add him to your pre-order in Nashville. If I have time, I will snap a pic and update this listing, throw it on Instagram, let you know what the newest Santa looks like. You can pre-order him here. The other inside information I have to report to you is that there will be 2 or 3 Blackbird Designs books, patterns released. That's all the information I have. I don't know what they are. I don't know how much they cost. I don't know what they look like. Again, those are not available for pre-order because we don't have anything to go on. We will do our magic slip under the door with Hoffman, and I will put it on Instagram. So stay tuned to Lindy Stitches channels. We're hoping to break the news as soon as possible. There will also be 3 new colors from Classic Colorworks distributed by Hoffman. We'll be ordering those floss packs. We don't have those up for pre-order until we get to the show. As well as a new design from Little House Needleworks. So, things to look forward to. Hey, remember those Eiffel Tower and Frog floss drops that I've shown you previously? There was a recent addition from Willoughby Ann, and it is these pig floss drops. I went back and forth on adding these.
I mean, they're like the opposite of the Eiffel Tower, right? But they're cute. They're pigs. They have hearts on their butts.
Speaking of the frog floss drops, Bobby sent me a sample in my latest order, and this is what they look like. They're so cute. And I don't know what, like, sorry, things like sounds and textures. Adorbs.
Let us go through the new releases from the Proper Stitcher. We have a wide range. There's a couple samplers, a couple of her U patterns. Let's see what we should definitely point out. Let's talk about this one. This one is called the Bountiful Sampler. The reason I wanted to talk about it is this pig in the middle. From a distance, I thought this was a cat. You know how cats like lay like they're unalived? No, it's a pig. I love a pig. I just want all sampler, like historical sampler reproducers to get together and share all their super weird motifs like this pig. And make one giant sampler out of them. Like, let's put this pig together with Madeline Keller's guy who's missing a leg, and all the other really strange thing that these wonderful children have drawn. I want a giant sampler containing all of my favorite parts. Please, can we coordinate that? We also have a St. Patty's inspired design called Friends Aplenty. This one reminds me of the Proper Stitchers release with a basket of strawberries. I don't know if it's a coordinating sort of series or not, but this is what this one looks like. It says, "May your home always be too small to hold all your friends." I love that saying. That's very sweet. Here's another sampler reproduction called Hannah Welsh by the Proper Stitcher. I'm loving this one. The color palette is so good. Of course, I want this cow. Can I have this cow for my giant weird sampler motifs collaborative project that I mentioned before? I love the color palette on this one. It's very springtime. Okay, let's take a sky view tour of the rest of Annie's releases. First up, we have In Nature. This is a Night Garden edition. In Nature, Nothing Exists Alone. We also have two in her U series, an Easter-based design with this little gal with her petticoats, her Easter eggs, and her sheep, as well as a Valentine edition. This is called Love You. You heard that. I love you. We also have Trust in Him. We're going rapid fire. Are you keeping up with me? And He Saves Me. And you thought I was done. I'm not. Then Sings My Soul. This is in her Seasons of Generosity series. I think there was a fall edition of this one, if memory serves. As well as Stitching Mends the Soul. That was a huge lineup. Wow, the Proper Stitcher. Designing up a storm, obviously. By popular demand, we added the Stitchy Pros design Night Owl. This is in the Night Garden series. Many of you were asking for it because it stands alone. We need more creatures in the collaborative projects, because let me tell you, the creatures are performing well. Tracy at Ink Circles designed that elephant, and it is flying off the shelves. We had a lot of requests for this Night Owl, and for good reason. It's adorable, so we threw it up. There you go. Let's talk about the lineup from Shakespeare's Peddler. I've long wanted to list some of Teresa's designs, and there's just always been too much to do, so I'm super happy to be able to expand the inventory to her lovely charts. She does some beautiful things. I've always really liked her style. So let's go over it. She has an awesome lineup. This one, I'll just say, is my favorite. It's called Kindness Makes Friends. And I I really love the droopy strawberry border. It's just really pretty. I like how she puts together just color palettes and motifs. She has her own voice, and I love that. This one I'm also really digging, I think because of the color palette. It just looks so elegant. It's called Spring Sampler Fragment, and it's just really sweet. I don't know. That purpley gray linen and those spring colors, they just sing together. Speaking of purpley gray linen and singing colors, this one is called Hope, and I love this. Ugh. I love when a sampler makes a good use of black. This is beautiful. I love this, like, cornfield over here. We have, like, a tomato border. This is so cute. And it looks like it would be so fun to stitch. It says, "Hope, the balm of human life, soothes every misfortune." Another beauty from Shakespeare's Peddler is called Joy. And this is Teresa's Nashville exclusive, meaning only shops who go to market can have it for the next 6 weeks. That's of no account to you. We should hopefully get plenty. But this is really pretty as well. There's a couple more text-based designs, so if you really like stitching text, there's People Everywhere, this pillow right here. I think that's from a song. Pray for peace, people everywhere. And then we also have The Flowers That Bloom in the Spring, Breathe Promise of Merry Sunshine. There are a few others in the Shakespeare's Peddler lineup. You can check them out on our website. Let's talk about the wish list dilemma maker herself, Stacy Nash, who normally releases her very cute designs late in the game after we all think that we're done looking at pretty things. And then we have to reevaluate all of our life decisions. This is good news. A Rose Hill sampler in smalls is being released at this market. Now, if this looks familiar to you, you might have tried to pre-order it in the fall and we had to refund you. This kind of had a blip where we thought it was coming out in the fall. We got information for it, only to find out that it couldn't be released until the spring. So if you're like, hey, I think I've seen this before, you probably have. This piece comes with this big sampler, which is gorge. Look at this border. Oh my goodness. So pretty. But then I almost like the smalls that come with this even better. I don't know. I'm calling this a dumpling. I don't really know what the actual name of it is. I know some of you told me in the fall. That was a long time ago, and my brain did not retain this information. So we get this dumpling and this little biscornu, which is so cute. Here's the other side of those. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I want those. Anyway, you can go. We hope to not refund you again for this pattern. It's Rose Hill. You could go get it now. All is safe, hopefully. This might be on Steph's wish list already. This is the Velvet Pink Pear Needlebook. And look, I mean, really? I'm not sure how you resist the face of this hedgehog. This joins other needlebooks that came out from Stacy Nash that are also like velvet based. We have a couple of them in the store, but here is a pink pear for you with the most adorable hedgehog I've ever seen. And then, of course, we also have plenty of crackers to set us a frenzy. Let's start off with Harriet the Hare. Harriet is part of the British series of animal crackers. I'm not sure that you saw that distinction, but there are a few that... It's a different series, okay? They don't all go together. These are the Brits. Harriet is a British hare, and she joins her other British animal companions. Let's see, who else is British? I know that the badger is British, as well as Reynard the fox. The badger's name was Clovis. I digress. Here's Harriet. Isn't she adorable? She has eyelashes, okay? And she also has this adorable little Union Jack thread something. Look at her toes. Can you please look at her toes for me? Thank you. Causing quite the stir is Lily the frog. You know, for good reason. I'm sure you didn't even think you liked frogs or needed a frog in your life. Well, then came Lily in her pink dress with her legs. Uh-huh. I just want to stitch her legs. We also have 2 cracker crumbs. Cracker crumbs are not a new concept. There's a few that have come out across the years. I know there's an owl. They're heads, okay? They're just heads. So if you need a basket of animal heads, get yourself some animal cracker crumbs. There is an owl, a teddy bear, and a cat, I think. You can look on our website. But new crumbs include Goose, who's not a goose. She is a giraffe. Some of you are complaining that this is not a full-size cracker. I mean, I have to kind of join you on that sentiment. Maybe someday we will get a full-size giraffe. Until then, you can stitch a head, okay? And then the other cracker crumb is absolutely adorable. I'm not sure if he's a runaway or he's still a member of the circus, but he's so cute. He's just this little bear. Stacy Nash. And then, for you stationery and planner lovers, I really wish I had a copy of this because I'd be all over it and I would be showing you every page. We have a Stitcher's Journal, and here are some of the preview pages that we have. So it looks like a journal that you'll be able to fill in no matter what month you start it. So if you're late to the Stitchy Planner game, you didn't get your book of days or whatever on time, and you don't want to waste half of it, this is a great alternative for you. Looks like we also have like some goal pages. It says that there's like wish list pages, pages for whips and future projects, blank graphs to chart, and yeah, we'll have to do a flip through, but this looks really cute. That's the Stacy Nash lineup. I would love to hear what your favorite of those is. And if you're going to say the frog, join the club. Also making waves in this last week of releases is Beth Twist from Heartstring Samplery, who is bringing quite the lineup, so brace yourselves. Let's talk about what is coming out from the boardroom first, because this hit Steph's wish list. 3 new wooden bobbins from the boardroom are coming out. We have a bunny, a daisy, and a strawberry. I don't know. Maybe I just finished Watership Down and I now find everything rabbit related irresistible. This is so cute. We also have the daisy, and of course, it's everywhere, the strawberry. These thread bobbins fit, it says, up to 4 full skeins of floss. They're about the size of my palm. A little smaller than my palm. I want to say they're about like 5 inches tall, so they're not huge. You can definitely throw them easily into a, project bag. I really like them. They're adorable. When I first started my FlossTube channel, I didn't have a lot of spending money from month to month, and I'm a very naturally frugal person who doesn't enjoy spending money, and I really didn't get why people needed things like scissor fobs and adorable little thread bobbins. I'm a very bare bones person at heart. I will say 10 years later, I am enjoying my little stitchy accessories. Yeah, I get it, okay? It is fun to not only open up a a nice project you're enjoying, but also to have little fun doodads awaiting you. Beth is also bringing S for Stitch. She has, I don't even know how many are in this series, but it's an alphabet series. There's, different things for the alphabet. My personal favorite is T for Turkey. Here comes S for Stitch. You all love your needlework themed designs. We also have Sister Sampler. This one honestly is growing on me. I don't know. I think it's the leaves, the color palette. It says, beside a well, one does not thirst. Beside a sister, one does not despair. It's just very sweet and it's elegant. Bravo. We also have Treasured Memories. This was originally finished as like a stitchy mat where you can put all your stuff. You lay it out. It's kind of like a placemat to save your spot at a stitching retreat. Very cute. Probably going to be her best seller. We also have Ode to Libraries. Check out the color palette on this one. Oh, my fellow aqua and coral pink lovers, you are in trouble. This says, the very existence of libraries affords the best evidence that we may yet have hope for the future of humanity. This is gorgeous. I love it. Lastly, we have two for you rock and roll lovers. This is the small of the two designs we have yet to talk about. This says a little bit sampler, a little bit rock and roll. This is adorable, and there's not that many stitches here, people. Oh my gosh. I just noticed on the bottom left corner, there's like a lighter. Will the younger stitchers even know why there's a lighter on this pattern? We all know, though, right? This is so cute. It's so cute. It goes with this giant sampler, which says, I want to rock and roll all night and cross stitch every day. Again, love the use of black. Are those guitars? I just noticed. Wow, I've been very bad at catching the details lately. There are like guitar shadows in these faces. These angels are so chunky. I love it. So that is called the Rock and Roll Sampler. For you rock and roll fans, you cross-stitch baddies, here you go.
That's all we had to cover for today. Will there be more? I don't know. There'll be more Nashville buzz ahead. Maybe not a lot more products, but I think we have enough to choose from. Am I right? Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know what you were stitching on while you watched this parade, and your number of must-haves, remember, to enter the big Lindy Stitches gift card giveaway. All right, until next time, friends, happy stitching, happy beginning of spring. We said hello again to the robins this week here in Indiana, and whew, that winter was a doozy, was it not? See you later, friends. Yeehaw.